Venus, our bright neighbor in the sky and one of the most misunderstood planets in our solar system. To the naked eye, it's a gentle, glowing beacon often called the morning star or the evening star. But don't be fooled. Beneath its radiant appearance lies a hellscape so extreme that it boggles the mind. This is Venus, a planet of paradoxes, beauty, and brutal hostility. Let's start with the basics. Venus is the second planet from the Sun, orbiting at a distance of about 67 million miles. It's almost the exact same size as Earth, often called its sister planet because of their similar diameters and masses. In fact, if you could hold them next to each other, they'd look like twins. But that's where the similarities end, because Venus isn't just different, it's downright alien. First of all, Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system, even hotter than Mercury, which is much closer to the Sun. Temperatures on Venus can reach a staggering 900 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt lead. Why is it so blistering? The answer lies in its atmosphere. Venus's air is made up of more than 96% carbon dioxide, an incredibly efficient greenhouse gas. Sunlight passes through the thick clouds and warms the surface, but that heat has nowhere to go. It gets trapped, creating a runaway greenhouse effect that transformed Venus into a planetary oven. And those clouds? They're not like the fluffy white ones we see on Earth. They're made of sulfuric acid. That's right, sulfuric acid. And they're so thick that sunlight hardly ever reaches the ground. Daytime feels like twilight, bathing the rocky surface in a dim amber glow. Venus may sparkle from Earth, but standing on its surface feels more like walking through the belly of a raging chemical storm. But it doesn't stop there. Venus's air pressure is another monster entirely. If you stood on its surface, you'd feel pressure 92 times greater than what you experience on Earth at sea level. To put that into perspective, it's like being 3,000 feet underwater. The crushing force would flatten you instantly, not that you'd survive the heat or acid long enough to notice. And then there's the bizarre rotation. A day on Venus is longer than its year. Venus takes 243 Earth days to spin once on its axis, but it orbits the Sun in just 225 Earth days. On top of that, it rotates in the opposite direction of most planets, meaning the Sun rises in the west and sets in the east, if you could even see it through the dense clouds, that is. But there's a silver lining. Venus wasn't always so inhospitable. Scientists believe that billions of years ago, Venus might have been much more Earth-like, with oceans of liquid water and a temperate climate. So, what happened? The prevailing theory is that as Venus warmed, more and more water vapor entered the atmosphere. Water vapor is also a greenhouse gas, and the cycle spiraled out of control. Eventually, its oceans boiled away, leaving the planet the scorched wasteland we see today. Even with all these extremes, Venus has fascinated humans for centuries. Its brightness in the sky made it a key part of ancient mythology and astronomy. The Babylonians, the Greeks, and other ancient civilizations saw Venus as a divine entity, weaving it into their myths and legends. The Babylonians, the Greeks, and other ancient civilizations saw Venus as a divine entity, weaving it into their myths and legends. In ancient Greece, Venus was often seen as a symbol of love and beauty, embodying divine qualities that inspired countless myths and artistic creations. For the Babylonians, Venus was not only a celestial beacon, but also a crucial element of their astronomical studies, guiding their understanding of the cosmos. Even today, Venus continues to captivate our imagination, a testament to its enduring influence on both science and mythology.